Who was this Jesus who would dare offer people a new birth? We had walked with him, we had seen miracles and heard wonders. But we got our first understanding of who we were really dealing with when a poor widow's only son died.
Rise up!
Who is this who has life to give?
Who is this who tells the dead to live? Not an ordinary man with some words of truth. Has this moment in the sun and one day fades away.
Who is this who has life to give? Who is this who tells the dead to live? Not an ordinary man, but one who dares to say that he is the resurrection and the life, and then offers it to you and me.
A teacher, or even a prophet. We saw that this man had life in himself and he could give it to anyone he chose. We were witnessing something that nobody had ever seen before, and we were just beginning to understand.
Who am I? What are they saying? Do they know the truth, or are they blind? Who am I? What do you call me? Tell me, what is my name?
are the Christ, the Son of the living God. I say you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. You are the Christ. You are the Lord. You are the Christ, the Son of the living God. I say you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. You are the Christ. You are my Lord.
Blessed are you, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood have not revealed this to you, but my Father who is in heaven. I tell you, you are Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it.
You are the Christ, the Son of the living God. I say you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. You are the Christ. You are the Christ. You are the Lord. You are the Christ, the Son of the living God. I say you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. You are the Christ. You are the Christ. You are my Lord. You are the Christ. You are the Christ. You are my Lord. You are the Christ. You are the Christ. You are my Oh, we had so much to learn from Jesus. Sometimes it's great to learn your lessons secondhand, so you don't have to take all the hard knocks yourself. I learned one of the many lessons about the kingdom of God from those two wonderful brothers, James and John, the sons of thunder, Jesus called them, and their mother, who decided to act as their agent.
Are you ready?
I'm very nervous.
Can you practice with me? Sure.
When you're in your kingdom, Lord, you need a right-hand man. So you shouldn't waste time looking. Let me recommend my boys. Oh, I can see there won't be room for them both on your right. So make a nice place on your left so that they shouldn't fight. They're nice boys. Oh, I can see them looking gorgeous, sitting there like kings. You could maybe furnish crowns, and how about some rings for my boys? Oh, I can see they'll need new clothes, but we'll keep the cost low. Just tell me what they'll need to wear, I'll be happy to sew for my boys. Oh, I can see them making decisions, looking noble and wise. And in a pinch, if things get busy, I could help advise for my boys. I can see they'll be the ones who will get the job done. Taking control, giving commands, tell me who have more fun than me. Oops, my boys, they're nice boys. You couldn't go wrong. Oh, hey, Jesus, there he is. Are you who, Jesus? Hang on, Jesus, hang on.
And after Jesus had set them straight, he began to teach all of us what it takes to be a great man in the kingdom of God. He said, among the heathen, the kings are tyrants, and each minor official lords it over those beneath him. But among you, it is quite different. Anyone wanting to be a leader among you must be your servant. And if you want to be right at the top, you've got to serve like a slave. Your attitude must be like my own, for I, the Messiah, did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give my life as a ransom for many.
Lord, make me like you. Please make me like you. You are a servant, make me one too.
Oh Lord, I am willing, do what you must do.
To make me like you, Lord, just make me like you. Lord, make me like you, please make me like you. You are a servant, make me one too. Oh Lord, I am willing to what you must do. To make me like you, Lord, just make me like you. Whatever you do, Lord, please make me like you.
As the time of the Passover came, the people of Jerusalem saw Jesus, this miracle-working rabbi, come into the city humbly riding a young donkey. They ran to throw palm branches and flowers in front of him. Many of them even paved the roadway with their own coats. They went wild. But fickle Jerusalem, how she loved him that day. The people were determined to make him king. But Jesus knew that it wasn't yet time for him to be king. That God's plan for him just then wasn't rulership, but death. He tried to make us understand, but we just couldn't grasp it. As we shared our Last Supper with him, he tried to show us what his coming death was all about. A sacrifice for the sins of the world.
This is my body, broken for you, bringing you wholeness, making you free. Take it and eat it, and when you do it in love for me. This is my blood
poured out for you, bringing forgiveness, making you free. Take it and drink it, and when you do it in love for me. Do it in love for me.
Of course, the leaders of the Jews didn't understand God's plan either. They wanted Jesus out of the way, not only because he exposed their hypocrisy, but because they were afraid that the people really would make him king, and in doing so, bring the wrath of Rome down upon the whole nation. So how do you get rid of a popular hero? With money, of course. You hire false witnesses to testify against him, and then you arrest him quietly at night through the betrayal of a greedy friend. In the Garden of Gethsemane, where we had gone with Jesus to pray, Judas came, bringing the religious leaders and Roman soldiers to arrest him. We couldn't believe it was happening. Frankly, we panicked. Some of us ran. I actually denied knowing him. It was the blackest moment of my life. I couldn't imagine that he would ever forgive me. And when they had tried him, they condemned him to death. And Judas was desperate with remorse and tried to undo what he had done. He ran back to the elders and priests and threw the betrayal money down at their feet.
Here is the money you paid for my kiss. I must have been out of my mind. See, I sold you an innocent man, and you knew it all of the time. Silver and gold, I gave in exchange for my soul.
I gave in exchange for my
Silver and gold, I gave in exchange for my soul.
I gave in exchange for my
The devil came in through the door of my greed, and he swept through my head like a flood. He told me the riches were better than love, and filled up my pockets with blood. Silver and gold, I gave in exchange for my soul.
I gave in exchange for my
Silver and gold, I gave in exchange for my soul.
I gave in exchange for my soul.
Silver and gold, I gave in exchange for my soul.
I gave in exchange for
Oh, silver and gold, I gave in exchange for my soul.
I gave in exchange for
Oh, silver and gold, I gave in exchange for my soul.
I gave in exchange for
Oh, silver and gold, I gave in exchange for my soul.
I gave in exchange for
Forever to blame, oh, forever the same. Judas, Judas is my name.
There was nothing that Judas could do, and he knew it. And so he went out and killed himself. There was nothing that any of us could do except stand and weep and watch them put Jesus of Nazareth to death. From the place of his trial, they marched him slowly through the streets we had ridden in triumph only a few days ago. This time, the King of Jews wore a crown of twisted thorns, and staggered under a heavy cross to a hill called the place of the skull. And there they crucified the Son of God. Nobody ran away this time. We were all there watching. The disciples, the women, his mother.
Night is he, my little lamb. Try not to the sun will shine again and light the sky. And though the night seems dark, my child, the morning will come again. Now close your eyes and sleep for a while. Don't be afraid. Morning will come. So sleep.
He bowed his head and gave up the ghost. We watched the blood run down his broken body. And we began to understand the meaning of the bread and the wine. We realized that he didn't need to go through any of this. God had laid upon him the sins of the world, and he had gone as quietly as a lamb to be sacrificed. We were watching the greatest act of love the world has ever known.